circa 57.m42, Galactic North, Ultima Segmentum. The planet of Emerald Run is a medium-sized Imperial hive world, home to around 15 billion souls. The pollution usually seen on Imperial worlds is present, but not in the normal amounts. The local flora and fauna are also resistant, meaning that large parts of the planet are still covered in dense jungles. A few of these are mere kilometers from some of the hives. The Space Marine chapter, known as the Tears of Baal, were called to this planet to assist in eradicating a Genestealer Cult infestation, which was caught in its early stages by an alert and somewhat lucky Arbides officer. She stumbled on a clandestine gathering by accident and was able to escape. The cult was not yet strong or well enough entrenched to completely overthrow the planetary government, and a guerrilla war began. The third company of the Tears were nearby and responded to the rightful Imperial governor's call for aid. They were led by Soul Warden Tycentus. His wisdom and psychic powers allowed him to quickly ferret out any remaining cultists within the upper echelons of leadership, and with the taint removed from the Emperor's forces, the tide of battle turned against the Xenos cultists. As the Tears' main force began the push to destroy the Genestealer's final stronghold, a strange distress call came across the Vox. A PDF patrol near the edges of the vast jungle had hostile contact, but it wasn't the Genestealers. As the last Vox transmissions began to fade in a hail of screams, gunfire, and static, the operators heard only one thing for sure. Soul Warden Tycentus reacted with haste. He voxed the Tears of Baal battle barge Echo of Blood and called for scans. The jungle was too thick, and returns were inconclusive. The edge of the jungle was only 2 kilometers from one of the hive cities, making bombardment problematic. They would have to go in on foot. Tycentus voxed Angel's witness Anomen, his trusted field commander, and told him to dispatch a reconnaissance in force to that location immediately. The captain of the 3rd Company sent his shadow, Lieutenant Valygar, and a hand-picked force of Marines to investigate the area and cleanse this new Xenos threat. Warboss Grutt couldn't think of any smell he liked more than the tangy burn of blood dissolving off his claw's power field. But then he remembered. The stink of the teleporter. There was a unique joy in watching a foe stumble as his weird boys used their magic to send his mobs where they were needed. There were few philosophies of war among the Orks, though if Grutt were to fall on one side or the other, it was definitely cunning, but brutal. He had never talked to another warboss, didn't know why he ever would. They would just fight and see who was the real boss. But somehow he just knew that was how he was meant to fight. He was real cunning, but hid it behind the brutal. He drew in a deep breath and approached the Manufactorum. Abandoned. Umies always left so much behind. They weren't like Orks. They didn't know how to make things work. They didn't really understand war or how to win. Grutt bellowed and pointed, sending the boys into the Imperial structure to loot it as only an Ork could. His boys whooped and hollered as they ran, none knowing whether they would rather have a fight or some shiny new gubbins, but all hoping for both. The warboss looked up as his Gretchen scouts yelled and waved their puny hands, the signal for approaching umies. Grutt ran as fast as he could to the nearby ruin and climbed to the top. Gretchen scrambled out of his way. Some weren't quick enough. When he got to the top, he smiled. Beakies, a lot of them, and they were splitting into 2 groups. He leapt down from 3 stories and landed with a crash, stone debris flying everywhere. One of the war buggies had to dodge to get out of his way. Grutt didn't flinch. He was the boss. He knew the lesser Orks would give him a wide berth. The second biggest Ork he knew, his name didn't matter, had stopped his bike to dig through a promising loot pile. Grutt deactivated his claw and slammed it down on the front of the bike, merely denting the chassis instead of cutting it in half. The other Ork jumped and made for his own claw, but stopped when he saw Grutt just wanted to talk. Beakies, and they splitting up. Take your war bikes and get stuck in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Emerald Run and this battle grid where our first clash between the approaching Space Marine forces and the looting Orks will take place. You already heard the prologue, so you have a little bit of the backstory. We're going to go over more rules later, But first, we're going to jump right into this and show you the forces. Here we have the Tears of Baal force. This is going to be 1,250 points, and the Orks have an equivalent force, which we'll show you in a moment. On the right, we have one approximately 625 point detachment, and on the left, we have another approximately 625 point detachment. The first two missions we're going to play here are going to be small games with one of those halves versus the other. So you saw the map already that we're going to be playing on. So this mission is going to be outside in the ruined Imperial settlement next to the Manufactorum, which the second mission will take place inside. So to go over my list briefly, we have two HQs here up front. We have Phobos Lieutenant Valygar, the Phobos Lieutenant, and we have the Sanguinary Priest, Keeper of the Blood, Cerned. And the force you will see in the mission today is the one under Phobos Lieutenant Valygar. So he has two 5-man scout squads with him, all equipped with camo cloaks, 4 sniper rifles apiece, and 1 missile launcher. And behind them are 10 infiltrators. One of them has a comms array, and then 2 3-man squads of eliminators. And one squad, the ones in gray, have 2 las fusils, and the sergeant has an instigator bolt carbine, and the green squad all have bolt sniper rifles. And the other detachment, which we will be seeing in mission 2, we have, aside from the Sanguinary Priest, we have 8 Reavers equipped with grapnel launchers and the assault carbines that they have, 2 5-man units of intercessors with auxiliary grenade launchers, and each sergeant has a power sword, and then 5 aggressors with bolt storm gauntlets. That is the Tears of Baal force that will be in this campaign. We will see if they can stop this Ork Waaagh from making it off the planet and menacing the galaxy at large. And here we have the Ork force, also 1,250 points, split into 2 625 point detachments. So, Grut Head Smasher, if you could come in and tell us what are we looking at here?
Okay, starting with this 625-man detachment, this is the man himself, Grut Head Smasher. He has the new warlord, or the new command, or basically hero of the chapter trait from Saga of the Beast, which gives him a 4-up invul, +1 to his attacks, and +1 to his wounds. His relic is the Killer Claw, which allows him to reroll all failed hits, and its strength ×2 if he -3 flat 3 damage, with that warlord trait giving him a flat 4 damage. So he's a bruiser. Moving on, we have a Pain Boy, who is a Pain Boy with a Power Claw, 3 Meganobs, all with pairs of kill saws, a Smasher Gun, squad of 5 knobs, 1 Power Claw, and 4 kill saws and a rocket launcher. All right. 2 trucks that are 2 trucks, a squad of 20 boys with 1 boss knob with Power Claw, with a rocket launcher and a big shooter.
Okay, and is that the first 625?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Then we have the other one, which is a Death Dread. That is a Death Dread that has the custom job, what is it again? Orkimatic Pistons, which increases his move characteristic by 3, and he can reroll advance rolls.
Scary.
Yeah. My Warlord is the Death Killer Wartrike, and his Warlord trait is Follow Me Lads, which gives him the Waaagh ability and the Breaking Heads ability, which really isn't going to be important. But more importantly, it gives me an extra command point, and then 2 shot jump dragsters and a custom booster blaster.
All right, so this guy is Grut Head Smasher's lieutenant?
Lieutenant is a strong word.
Fair enough. All right, he is yet unnamed, as I understand.
Yeah, we'll see if he survives.
Okay, fantastic. Well, that is the Ork force, and so today, since we are going to be fighting outside, so to speak, we'll be fighting inside the Manufactorum for the second mission, but the first one will be these guys right here, the Death Dread and the 4 war buggies versus Phobos Lieutenant Valygar and his group of Marines. And I forgot to mention my relic and my warlord traits. Valygar here has Marksman's Honor. Almost forgot Marksman's Honor. So he can select a Phobos unit within 3 inches of him in the shooting phase and add 1 to the hit roll. And his relic is Artificer Armor. Okay, everyone, we have fully deployed. We see the Orks have a cagey deployment here. Some shots have rung out from the Space Marine snipers, and they have ducked behind cover. The Space Marines have won the roll-off to go first. And will the Orks try to seize?
I think we'll try to seize.
We will?
Yep.
Okay. So let me go over the deployment first, and that just jumped into my mind. So up here, the Space Marines have deployed in a small castle. We have the Eliminators, and then 2 scout squads, and then the Warlord down in there, Valygar, and then the Infiltrators are up here in this crater, which is counting as cover, and these are ruins, of course. These 3 buildings. And then we have the other squad of Eliminators up here using, I think most of the units that have concealed positions have used it, except for these guys up here. As you can see over here on this side, this is the wall of the large manufactorum that's been abandoned that the Orks are looting. So out here we have the bikes, as you see, plus the Death Killer Wartrike. And then the Orks have spent 2 of their 4 command points. We both started with 3, and then the Orks got an extra 1 for their Warlord trait. Used 2 of those command points to put the Death Dread in the teleporter. So that is going to be a nasty surprise for the Space Marines in this mission. So here we are. This is going to be a kill point game, and it ends after 5 turns. This is a first contact mission, where these 2 forces have just met each other on inside and outside the Manufactorum. So, want to get that seize roll in?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if the Orks can seize the initiative. All right. Oh, god dang it. All right, that's how this is going to go. All right, Orks turn 1, coming up next. Okay, the Ork movement phase is complete, and as you can see, the noose that they're creating is tightening around the Space Marines. The Marines thought they were going to get a round of shooting, and it has turned out the Orks got the jump on them. So the Custom Booster Blaster and the Death Killer Wartrike both advanced over here. It was difficult to get into charge range, so they're just hoping to weather a round of shooting and then get right up in the Space Marines' grills. This Shock Jump Dragster advanced as well, but did not roll a 4 or higher, so it only got to move normally. This one rolled a 5, so it jumped into the warp and teleported right here behind enemy lines, so to speak, menacing the back passage of the Space Marines. So this is what we've got. Did I miss anything?
The fact that I'm using Evil Sons.
Oh yes, this we did forget to mention, this detachment is Evil Sons, so they have additions to their movement, and they do not get a penalty, and their charge, thank you, and they do not get a penalty for moving and shooting with assault weapons, which could be a big deal for the Orks, as we all know how they shoot. So we will be back next with the Ork shooting phase. It's time for the Ork shooting phase, and we are going to start with this Shock Jump Dragster, firing at these Las Fusel Eliminators up here. I'm going to spend 2 command points on transhuman physiology on them. I need them to live. Those Las Fusels are important to me. So we're going to start with, what's the name of its weapon?
You said it, and I forgot. It's the Shock Jump Cannon.
Okay. Roger that.
Yeah. It's a grot thing, so this actually hits on 2s because there's no penalties to assaults. So.
And it adds 2 because of the grot?
Yep. But that is a mortal wound to it.
Okay. Roger that. Oh, and I did forget to mention at the beginning, there are command point rerolls in this campaign, but only 1 per game. Still costs 1 command point, but there's, long story, won't go over it right now, but each player once per game can use a command point reroll for 1 command point. So anyway, FYI. So we have 1 hit plus 1 mortal wound done to the Shock Dragster. So now 4 up because of transhuman. Does not pay off. AP minus 2? Yep. All right, so 3 up save. I fail. Okay. For 6. All right, 1 of the Marines is killed. We forgot that the Shock Jump Dragster also has a rocket launcher. We rolled a 5, so that's a hit. And wounding on 4s, 5s, and 6s, I imagine that's at least strength 7 or 8.
It's strength 8.
Yep. No wounds. Okay, got away with that one.
We'll rinse and repeat for the second one.
All right, rinse and repeat for this one. All right, fantastic. So go ahead and roll.
Shock jump cannon. Those are both hits.
Okay, 4 ups to hit. Or to wound, excuse me.
Yes,
Okay.
1 wound.
1 wound, 3 up save. All right, I made that one. Fantastic. Okay.
Rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher.
Misses.
All right, no mortal wound on that one though. Just a normal rocket launcher. Okay.
Yeah, and then, well, the only thing left to fire is the rivet cannon.
Okay, let's go ahead and fire this rivet cannon. Same target.
Yep, it's assault 6.
Okay. Coming in at these eliminators again.
Okay.
All right, assault 6.
Sitting on 2 daggers.
It's having a grot shoot that one as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, even so, even if it was orcs.
Yeah.
They
Now
would've
still
hit.
hitting on 4, 5, and 6s.
Yep.
2
Two.
wounds, AP minus 2. Yeah,
2?
AP minus 3.
Say again. 2 or 3?
I got myself confused. It's the EOS is my bad.
No worries.
AP minus
2? Okay. 3 up save, each fail. Ooh, I made both. Whew, I lucked out there. Each one was a dead Primaris. Okay. That is the orc shooting phase.
Yep, and no charges.
No charges. That is the end of the orc's turn. There is no morale that needs to be taken. So we will come back with Tears of Baal, turn 1. All right, we are here at the end of the Tears of Baal movement phase. Not a whole lot happened. Just these infiltrators moved 6 inches to engage this war buggy back here, the shock jump dragster. I need that thing to go away. It's in my back lines. I can't have it there. And we are going to do some shooting. The itty bitty castle right here and then the slightly larger castle here have not moved at all. We are going to put some DACA downrange. So to begin the shooting phase, I'm going to start with 3 sniper rounds from the eliminators right here into the Def Killer War Trike. They're going to be using mortis rounds. So they are hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. And strength 5, so toughness 6, right? So wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. And we have 2 wounds, no 1s, and no 6s as well. So you have 2 wounds at AP minus 3 because of the Devastator Doctrine. No save? All right, D3 damage apiece. 2 damage. Rolled double 1s. All right. So the orc armor, or whatever. Maybe I hit something he didn't need. Oh, there goes the terrain. Okay, fantastic. All right, next up we have these infiltrators firing their rapid fire 1 marksman. I believe it's marksman bolt carbines. Whatever. It's rapid fire 1 and hitting on 3s. Each 6 is an auto. Ooh, that's good. Each 6 is an auto wound. Do not need to roll to wound with these 6s. That was a little bit disgusting. That was 6. All right, and then these are regular hits right here. And then we need 5s to wound. You can re-roll these 1s because of the comms array and their Phobos and lieutenants on the table. Does not get them anything else. We have 1 additional wound. So we have 7 wounds. No AP. Because we are in the Devastator Doctrine. Oh, no.
Yeah.
He's at 1. Whew, that was not good. And we're not Death Skulls. The other ones are Death Skulls. They're lucky. Okay, that was not a good start there. Okay, next to shoot is this purple squad of scouts. This sniper right here, and it's in the center of the screen, he is firing his sniper rifle at the Def Killer War Trike. The rest of the squad, the 3 other sniper rifles and the missile launcher, are going into this shock jump dragster right here. So we are going to shoot the single sniper rifle first, going into the Def Killer War Trike, and that is a 6 to hit, so that's a hit. And then 4 to wound. He does not wound. Okay. Next, we have these 3 sniper rounds into shock jump dragster. That's 2 hits. And wounding on 5s. No wounds. All right. Now the missile launcher. It misses. Okay. That was a bit of a whiff. I guess I'll move on to this gray squad right here. And the whole squad's firing into the Def Killer War Trike. For this missile launcher, the Def Killer War Trike is actually the nearest visible model. So he will be firing, and the sniper rifles can do that anyway. So the sniper rifles will go first, hitting on 3s. They all hit. Wounding on 5s. 6s are mortal wounds. That is 1 mortal wound and 1 additional save.
Overall force. Oh, wait, no, in addition. Right?
Yeah, it's a mortal wound in addition. So AP -1. Okay, so he takes 2 wounds, and we'll fire a crack missile. Misses again. All right, crack missile whiff. And I suppose my warlord will take a shot with his mastercrafted Oculus bolt carbine. So I'm gonna have to check. I think they hit on 2s. Nope, that was a miss. Lieutenants have a 3-up ballistic skill. All right, that is the end of the shooting phase. Oh no, it's not. I have blast fusils. I almost forgot. Okay, they're gonna fire down at this shock jump dragster right here. So hitting on 3s, 1 hit, wounding on 3s, 1 wound, AP -4, so no save, flat 3 damage. All right, there's that. Okay, that is the end of the Tears of Baal shooting phase, and we're gonna move right into the charge phase because this is the only charge. So I need a 5 because of Red Thirst. They add 1, so I get a 3. I failed my charge, and I don't know. Do I want to use my 1 command point on this for a 3-up for them to get in? I think I do because they're hanging out right now, and that's not good. I don't like that. I want to get in there. He's got 1 wound left though, but they don't degrade. If you charge me, I'll probably kill you in Overwatch. To be honest, if you charged me, you know what? Oh, I have to think about this. All right, I don't know if this is tactically sound, but I am spending my command point. I want that thing gone. I want my lines cleared. I roll a 2. I fail. That's the end of battle round 1. We're going to come back momentarily with the Orks turn 2 movement phase, but this is a kill point game. Nothing's died yet, so the game is 0-0. I should say that Slay the Warlord, first strike's gone, or first blood is gone, and Linebreaker are in effect for this game. So nobody got first strike. So we're going to move on to Orks turn 2 in a 0-0 tie. It's the end of the Orks movement phase, and Tears of Baal are slightly worried. So the noose that was mentioned in the last turn is definitely closing very tightly right now. As you can see, this is a problem right here. I don't think this shock jump dragster even had to advance, right? It just moved, and he got all the way up there. The death kill. Go ahead.
The one that had to advance was the death kill.
Okay, the Wartrike advanced. He used his special ability to just get a 6 on his advance, so he moved, what, 19 inches? Something like that? Okay. And he, of course, can advance and charge, and all war buggies within 6 inches of him in the same detachment can advance and charge as well, which is probably going to happen right here. These scouts will probably be giving their lives for the Emperor very, very soon. The Death Dread has teleported in, and it's been mentioned, there have been whisperings that the Orks have a stratagem to allow 3d6 on a charge. These infiltrators are not happy about that. This thing is a beast in combat. And then this guy right here has moved back in a little maneuver to get out of range of the infiltrators, or at least an easy charge. I'd have to continue chasing him if I wanted to do that. And he's probably going to shoot up at those eliminators, but we'll see what happens. So this game is not over. It's getting a little tactical because the Orks can't charge the eliminators. They only have vehicles, which is interesting. But if all the ground forces are destroyed, can the eliminators do enough damage by turn 5 in this kill point game? So, and of course I'm in Tactical Doctrine now. So we will come back with the Ork shooting phase next. The Ork shooting phase is about to begin. I have it on good authority that almost all weapons are going into those 2 until further notice. So we're starting with this shock jump dragster. We are going to fire his shock jump dragster cannon. We forgot to look it up again.
Yeah, it's on 2s.
All right. Those grots. Oh, another mortal wound.
Oh no, it's dead.
Yep, it'll die. Do you want to use... Wait.
I'm out of command points.
What do you mean?
Oh wait, no,
you have 2 left.
No, fuck no.
No?
Forgive my French. No.
All right, no worries. Okay, so in his dying shot, and he gets to fire his rockets too, because he fires all his weapons simultaneously. Yep. So. And
wounds on 2.
That's a wound.
-2.
All right, 3-up save. All right, that 1-up and cover makes it.
Rocket hitting all 4, that hits, and that's
it's a DACA.
Okay, wounds on 2.
2.
Same thing.
All right, they make it. All right, the orcs did the Space Marines work for them. That does happen sometimes. I suppose that's orcs. Sorry, do you know where you're going next?
Yeah, Death Dread.
Death Dread, okay.
Shoot up there.
All right.
Hitting on...
Yeah, that's an orc in that Death Dread.
Nothing.
Nothing? All right.
Rocket launcher. Hits, and it's a Deca.
How can you shoot 1 rocket and get 2 hits? I don't... Anyway, sorry. Keep going.
It's orky. Hitting only on 2. Okay.
All right. Shooting phase is hit or miss for both factions right now.
Okay, this shot, we'll repeat with this shot.
No pun intended. Okay, got it.
2 hits.
2 hits, all right.
And 1 wound.
Eliminators in cover. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible, terrible thing.
Okay, rocket launcher. Hits.
That's a hit, okay. Does not wound, okay.
I need to double check the stats on those 2.
Okay, we'll be back. Okay, we're moving on. Deathkiller Wartrike is firing everything into these eliminators. So we're going to start with the, 43 or 46?
46 killer burn jets.
Whew, this is bad.
Okay, 46 shots.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's 8, 12, 14.
Mm-hmm.
Dice.
We'll be back with dice. We have dice. Continue, please, sir.
Wounding on 3s.
Yep, strength 5, AP -1.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So that many, which is 9.
9 wounds.
-1.
Oh boy. All right. I have some dice here. If I can pick them up. All right. Here we go. AP -1. 2 up saves. 1 eliminator is slain. All right. I'm gonna take one of the normal guys. You know what? I mean, not right now. No, I'm gonna take a regular guy. I'll leave the sergeant for now.
Okay.
Because they all have the same weapons and.
Okay, -4 d6 damage, so a vehicle killer, but should kill primaries well enough.
Okay.
Hitting on 5s. It's 1 hit.
All right.
And
I'm a fan of these 1s to wound. All right. Oh boy.
Okay, snag claw shooting. Hits with a DACA. That, and then wounds on 4.
What was the stats of that weapon?
Strength 4 AP -1.
Okay. Roger. So 2 up save. I make it. Whew. All right. Whoops.
And now the
Knocking my guys down.
You are within half range, so I can add 1 to hit roll. So these are 4s.
All right.
And a DACA.
A DACA.
Nope.
All right.
And wounds on 3.
Strength 5. This is becoming a theme. All right. We need to get some. We need to get you some red and yellow dice or something for these guys. They don't like how it doesn't match. So, all right, fantastic. We'll be back. All right, lastly, we're going to do the custom booster blaster into the same target, the eliminators.
Okay, red cannon, assault 6.
Okay.
Hitting on 5s. With a deck.
Ooh, 3 hits.
Finally.
All right.
Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, AP -2.
3 up saves. I take D6 damage.
You do. Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right.
This is not fair.
I'm not sorry. Sometimes ramshackle works for you. Sometimes it works against you.
Assault D3 for 1. Wounds on not that.
Okay.
And drop blaster.
Should hit. It's a grot, right?
Yep. Add 1 to hit roll, so it hits and does a wound, and then the sticky bomb. 2 shots. And no hits.
No hits? Okay. All right. I will mark up one of these eliminators with the wounds, and we'll move on to the charge phase. The Orks are disappointed. They did kill an eliminator, which is not nothing, but I think we all know where the real damage this turn is going to be done. All right, we're here partway through the Orks charge phase. It was unfailable charges right here for these 2. No wounds were done on Overwatch. However, the custom booster blaster did take 2 wounds coming in from this squad of scouts. And custom booster blasters do mortal wounds when they charge. So on a 4-up, it's D3 mortal wounds?
Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
Come on, Mork. Hey!
Oh boy. I don't need that again. D3. 2? Okay. 2 scouts will die, but first, are we spending the command points?
Oh, yes.
All right, 3d6. What's the name of the stratagem?
Ramming speed.
Ramming speed? Okay, that's not what I need right now. Yeah. I will fire my Overwatch in a moment, okay. But let's see.
3d6 on the charge.
Yep. That's enough.
Yeah, it is. I have here we go.
Oh boy. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so yet again, rolling Overwatch off camera yields significant results. The Death Dread took 3 wounds coming in from these Valiant Tears of Baal infiltrators because their special rule for their gun is they auto wound on 6s, and I rolled 4 of them. And at AP -1, we failed 3 of the 4-up saves. So I don't think it'll save them. Well, I mean, the squad can't be wiped this turn, but the Death Dread is going to do some serious work unless Gork and Mork abandon these orcs. So, do you know where we are starting?
Yeah, we'll just
War
start.
Boss.
You can't interrupt, so...
No command points.
That way. So,
okay.
1 attack with the Power Claw, and 3 attacks with the Kill Saws.
Okay.
So hitting on 3 hits, too bad I'm not Gops. And wounds on 2. Thank God there's no more runs. 18 -3.
3, alright, 6s. Flat 3 damage.
Flat 3 damage.
Alright, so we'll take this guy.
Okay, then the Kill Saws. Hitting on 3s.
Alright.
Wounds on 2s. Which should be a 1. AP -2.
5s. Make 1.
Okay, kills. This is flat 2 damage. Kills
flat 2. Alright, so he's gone.
Okay, 4 attacks from the Shock Jump Drag stuff into your scouts.
Alright.
Hits on 4s. And wounds on
5 3s, yeah. Any AP?
Nope.
Alright. 4s. 2 die. Alright, so 2 of these scouts are gone. Alright, Def Kill Wartrike. I feel like with his claw I should just remove the models, but we will roll it out. So what do we have here?
The Snagger Claw.
Okay.
It's on 2s.
Alright.
And then it's going to wound on 2s, reroll and failed wounds.
Oh boy.
AP -3.
So no save.
Yeah, D3 damage.
They're dead. Those scouts are gone. I will remove them in a minute. So the custom boosted blaster now?
Yep. Same thing for attacks.
Alright.
Oh, you got 2 scouts out of that squad. You got to remove as well.
I will.
Okay.
Yep. From the mortal wounds.
On 4s. And then on
3s.
2 wounds, no AP.
No AP? 4s. Ooh, they make them. Alright, so that squad is... Those scouts are going to survive. Alright, I'll remove the models, and we'll come back with the Death Dread. Oh, wait, no, he's done. I don't know why I said that. I'll remove the models. We're back right here. We're going to have the infiltrators hit back against the Death Dread. We have this many attacks. Hitting on 3s. Ooh, that is ugly. Holy crap. Alright, that was one of the worst rolls I've seen in a while, but holy shit. Okay, well that's, excuse me. So, it is now, I need 5s, rerolling 1s though because of their comms array. I'll reroll that 1. We have a single wound, no AP, so you have a 3-up save. Alright, there goes that. That was insulting. And we have 7 attacks over here, these scouts against the custom Boosta Blasta. So roll it right here and move that down. That is a significantly better roll. And then 5s, 2 wounds, no AP.
4 up saves. Oh.
He takes 2. All right, so he's down to 4 wounds left. All right, that is the end of the fight phase. I lost 2 from here. The sergeant has 8 leadership, so he's fine. Lost 2 over here. Sergeant has 8 leadership, so he's fine. And that squad no longer needs their morale. So we are going to move on to Tears of Baal, turn 2. All right, it is the end of the Tears of Baal movement phase, and some serious mistakes have been made. Hopefully not in the movement phase here, but before. I forgot to use Marksman's Honors during turn 1, and I forgot about Red Thirst over there. So, Blood Angels players, I apologize. I have no excuse. So, we're going to rectify those things in the coming turns. All right, so really the only movement was right here with the Lieutenant moving up. I want to wait until the Assault Doctrine to start getting in there and mixing it up, get the extra attacks, get the extra AP. Until then, I have to get away from these bikes and I have to try to shoot them. So, with that in mind, we are going to move into the Tears of Baal shooting phase. We are here with the shooting phase. We fired the pistols. The scouts did no damage to this war buggy right here. And then 1 wound was taken off of the Death Dread with the Infiltrator's pistols. Now I'm going to fire 2 Mortis rounds into the Deathkiller Wartrike from these Eliminators, and I'm going to remember to use Marksman's Honors, so they will be hitting on 2s. So here's this. That's 2 hits. I do need 5s to wound, however 6s are mortal wounds, and no wounds, no rerolls. Okay, I'm going to fire 2 Las Fusils down into this shock jump dragster right here. So hitting on 3s, both hit. And then wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, AP -3. No save, that's 6 damage. Does he explode? Because he's on 5 wounds right there.
I really hope not.
All right. Finally, the Tears of Baal are on the board with a kill point. And it's now 1-1 for kill points.
You killed another shotgun track, so you have 2 kill points.
Oh, that's right. He died in the... You're right. He died in your turn. That's true. And the Space Marines will take credit for that. So they hit something important. All right, next, we're just going to move into the fight phase because there will be no charges. Okay, it's now the Tears of Baal fight phase, and we rolled this off camera. The scouts did no damage to this buggy, and now we are going to have the Infiltrators go into the Death Dread. So hitting on 3s, hopefully will be a little bit, that is a little bit better than last time. Praise the Emperor. Okay, and now we are wounding on 5s because we did not charge, so we don't get Red Thirst. That's 3 wounds, better than last time.
3 ups. Oh god.
Takes 2 more. All right, so down to 2 or 3.
2 wounds.
Down to 2 wounds. All right, and they don't degrade.
Nope.
So he'll be able to hit back now. You ready?
Yeah. Power
Okay.
Claw, hitting on a 3.
All right.
3 attacks from the kill saws. 3 again.
1 hit. Okay, it's turning into a slap fight over here. And 2s. All right. 3. Oh. All right.
And then 4 attacks.
This continues. All right, over here to the custom boosted blaster.
On 4s.
All right.
And wounds on. Not that.
Oh man, how many ones? I'm gonna have to count this in the editing and see how many 1s to wound we've had. All right. That is the end of Tears of Baal turn 2. We took out another bike. But that was it. Not a whole lot happened. So now we have to figure out as the Orks what to do this turn because we can't charge these guys up here. But some of these units are looking a little bit vulnerable. So we'll see what the Orks decide to do at the beginning of turn 3. And of course, the Tears will be moving into the Assault Doctrine. We'll be back. The Ork movement phase is complete. Not a lot happening except the Deathkiller Wartrike moving to engage these Infiltrators and try to eliminate their presence from the battlefield. All shots have been declared into the Eliminators from the Deathkiller Wartrike, and that is where we will begin. This is the only shooting in your phase. Okay, we're going to start with, we rolled the 46 for his Flamers off camera. They have an 8-inch range. He's just within, and we have 14 auto hits. So strength 5, correct?
Yep.
Wounding on 3s. That looks like a pretty good roll to me.
That's 12.
12? Okay, that's bad. Let me.
-1, only AP -1 though.
I have 9 dice in my hand.
You save all of them.
Oh my word! And there's 3 more. And one of them is killed, and one's killed, and then the other is on 1 wound. Oh boy. Okay, the sergeant is left. Oh, it started off so well.
The Killer Cut, Assault 2. On 5. The target's within half range. No.
Nope. Okay.
Oh.
What?
That's what I needed. It's AP -4.
Oh, okay. Well.
And then the Twin Boomstick.
Still would have got a 5-up save, which is just dirty.
Yeah, nope. And now the Sniper Claw shooting. Nope.
Nope. Okay. Well, you got 1 eliminator.
I did, at least that.
And the other only has 1 wound left. That's it. You want to roll your charge?
Sure.
That's pretty much it, right? No Overwatch? Oh, yeah. He's good. We will be back with the Orks fight phase. All right. We have 5 attacks from the Deathkiller Wartrike. This is not looking good for the Infiltrators, but we'll see what Gork and Mork have to say, and maybe the Emperor has something to say as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Hitting on 2s.
2s and 2s, right?
Yes.
All right. You dropped 1. That's good for me. The Emperor protects. Not here. Okay.
AP -2.
AP -2? Okay. Well, perhaps this is where he'll protect with 5s. All right. Protects twice. Flat 3 or D3?
No, D3.
Okay, roll the first one. All right, we kill one.
Yeah.
All right, that was, uh-oh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they have Red Thirst, and again, they were charged, Shock Assault, Savage Echoes, oh boy, okay.
3s for the Power Claw hits, and 2s. Minus 3.
All right, that's flat 3 damage, correct? Okay, so that is a dead.
3 attack.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll take that one. I thought he was the comms guy for a second.
Kill saws.
2 hits?
2 hits, and 2. AP minus 2.
The Emperor protects. Woo! All right, that was crazy. Let me get the dice ready for the Tears of Baal reprisal. Okay, so I'm not much of a tactician, but I did see something over here. Since these guys have both already attacked, I might as well activate the scouts first and see if I can do a little bit of damage before the orcs get to hit back. So, 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, and that's 2 hits. And then wounding on 5s. No wounds, okay, I tried. We'll be back with the infiltrators. We're here with the infiltrators. I'm going to put every attack into the Death Dread. I need it to go down, and so that's what's going to happen. So, hitting on 3s. All right, that was better than their first time. Oh, this is cocked. All right, that's another one. Get rid of these die right here. And now we are wounding on 4s because of Red Thirst. Rerolling 1s because of the comms array, and the lieutenant is still here. Reroll this 1. That was a good roll. I'll get rid of these 3s. 8. 8 wounds, AP minus 1. So 8 4-up saves is what you need.
So let's see.
Okay. Got him. Does he explode?
I hope so.
We've seen how this goes in our campaigns. Whew. All right, I snuck by on that one. Okay, so the Death Dread falls. I will consolidate. Oh, his wound die fell. And I will consolidate into the Deathkiller Wartrike, and we will come back with the movement phase for the Tears of Baal. Tears of Baal movement phase is complete. It is the bottom of turn 3. So we've had the scouts fall out of combat with the custom Booster Blaster. The lieutenant has jumped down and moved. He is looking up, eyeing up a charge against the enemy warlord. And that's it. That is the movement. So if this turn goes well for the Tears of Baal, between the shooting here from the Eliminators down here and the assault phase, this could be the end of the mission. So we will come back momentarily with the shooting phase. Okay, we're going to start the Tears of Baal shooting phase. We're going to begin with the Warlord. He is going to fire his 2 damage Mastercrafted Oculus Bolt Carbine into the custom Booster Blaster. He hits on 3s. That's a hit. Wounds on 5s. We hit strength 4. That is a fail. Next, we're going to fire a Mortis round into the same target, the custom Booster Blaster, from the Eliminator. We are hitting on 3s. That's a hit. Wounding on 5s because it's strength 5. No wounds. All right, we are going to fire 6 pistols. If I can find these dice. We're going to fire 6 pistols from the infiltrators into the Deathkiller Wartrike, hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling these 1s because of the comms guy. And nothing, okay? And lastly, 2 las fusils into the custom Booster Blaster, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Whoa. That was really cheating right there. I'm going to re-roll that one, because both of them came down. All right, it's a 6 anyway. That is AP minus 3, so that's just 3 damage. All right, well, he's still alive on 1 wound. So now we are going to move right into the charge phase. My warlord right here, Valygar, is going to charge the Deathkiller Wartrike. We measured up. He's going through a crater. It's hard to see under the debris, but there is a crater there, so it is minus 2 to the charge. But with Red Thirst, it's minus 1. We determined, basically, he needs to roll a 5. That's an 8. He is in. We'll be back in the fight phase. All right, we're here in the fight phase. We are going to start with Valygar, the Phobos Lieutenant. He is hitting on 2s. All right, rolls 2 1s, but 6s, because of paired combat blades, count as 2 hits instead of 1, so they all hit. He is wounding on 4s because of Red Thirst. Rerolling 1s because of himself. All right, that is 3 wounds, AP minus 1. takes a wound. Okay. And we'll move right on to the infiltrators. They have 13. Is this 13? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Nope. All right. 13 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right. Wounding on 5s, because Red Thirst is only when you charge. That is... Oh, reroll these ones for the lieutenant. Doesn't matter. 3 wounds, AP -1. Gotta make them... All right, drops another one. Okay. You can hit back. Where are we going?
All into your Warlord.
Okay, I do have Artificer armor on him, so I forgot to mention that at the beginning. That is his relic.
So 5 up save or 5 up invul.
Yeah, 5 up invul. Or he has a 2 up armor, but...
That's -3 on the power.
Okay, so 5 up. Cool.
Okay. Beyond 3s.
Everything into Valygar. The Shadow of the Angel.
Alright, and we're going to choose all of them. So 5, 5, 1.
Alright, this is ugly. Alright, I fail 3. I didn't expect him to be alive, to be honest.
3d3 damage. Let's see what happens.
1, 2, 3. He's alive, definitely. I think he has 5 wounds. All right, we will check. We'll get him. We'll get him figured out. But yeah, that was man. This game has had whiffers on both sides, but the Shadow of the Angel has lived. If you don't know what the Shadow of the Angel means, check out the Fireside 40k video that's on the channel about the army. All right, as you might expect, the Orks movement phase was quite short. Really all we had was the custom boosted blastum moving into unfailable charge range with these scouts. The plan is to flame the Eliminator Sergeant on 1 wound, charge the scouts, try to pick up some kill points. We're at the top of turn 4 now. Remember, the game ends automatically at the end of turn 5. So we'll see where we're at the end of this turn. Are you ready, War Boss?
Yeah, and I forgot he has 4d3 for the burner exhaust.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I don't think my Eliminator is long for this world.
So that's 10.
10? Okay.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right.
Wounding on 4.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's 8.
8?
8 wounds.
I don't even have that many dice. Okay, 2s. He's dead. Wow, I rolled 4 1s. All right, yeah, his armor was cracked and pitted from all the rest of the battle. Okay, Eliminators are gone. That's another kill point for the Orks. And that's all the shooting, right?
Yeah, I did declare everything in there, so I can't shoot your scouts.
Okay, so you're going to charge them anyway, right? And they do mortal wounds when they go in? So it's unfailable, so we'll just move them in. But 4 up, right, for D3? Oh my god. If you roll a 5 or a 6, you don't even have to fight. Well, I'll be damned. The scouts have died. All right, we will be back with this melee scrum in the center in a moment. Okay, time for this melee here in the center. Death Kill Wartrike, all attacks going into the Warlord. Oh boy. All right, 2s and 2s. I need a lot of 1s here. Or a lot of 5s on my
But
saves.
he rerolls failed wounds.
That's not very nice.
Okay.
All right.
Artificer.
1d3 damage. If you roll a 1 or a 2, he lives. The Emperor protects. But does Gork and Mork bless? God damn it. Okay. The Warlord has fallen. God dang it. Valygar's down. Okay. So these all right, these infiltrators see their leader fall. I got to get some dice. We got to hit them back. All right, infiltrators are trying to hit back. This thing has 2 wounds left. Let's see if we can do it for the Emperor. 13 attacks. Hitting, oh. No, that wasn't terrible. I get scared. I'm gun shy now with that first roll they had in combat with all those 1s and 2s. And we have 5s because of Red Thirst. Oh, that looks pretty good. That's 4 at AP -1. So 4 up saves?
Yep.
Statistically, you're dead. Let's see if Gork and Mork care about... Oh. Oh. All right.
I'm done.
I think we know how that's going to end up. All right, we have almost finished laughing. I'm trying to think of what narratively occurred.
One of us is finished laughing.
Yeah, fair enough. So, narratively, I don't know. The bike just fell apart. Like, I don't know. Whatever he was doing, all his advancing, all his running around, slaughtering umies, I feel like the front wheel fell off. So, we're not done yet, though. These guys explode on 6s.
get a middle finger while I'm here.
I hope not.
Nope.
All right. All right. It's just the Invictors from the Templar campaign. That's what it seems to be. So, all right, the Infiltrators have done their job. We will move on to turn 4 for the Tears of Baal. It's not looking good for the Orks. We have one wound. They have one wound left on the board. You know what? We'll see what happens. I could totally whiff, but this is probably over. But we'll roll the dice. Okay, so the Infiltrators moved up just in case they need to charge or something if there's a big whiff in the shooting phase. We're going to start with the 2 Las-Fusel Eliminators. They're AP -3, you have a 4-up save, right? So if one of these gets through, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, then the game is over. That's 1 hit. And if it's a 3-up, it's a 2. Okay, we got to keep rolling. So we have, everyone's within rapid fire range here, so we have 12 shots. I got to get the dice now. I was confident. I was confident in my Las-Fusels. They've only done 1 or 2 wounds this game? I don't know. Hitting on 3s. And 6s are auto wounds. So there's an auto wound. And then 5s and 6s again. 2 wounds. No AP. 2 4-up saves. Do Gork and Mork have something special in store for the Tears?
Nope.
No.
No.
Does he explode?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Look at that.
So the smoke clears from this battle grid, and especially oily and black smoke from all the Ork vehicles. But the Tears of Baal have come out on top 5-4 in terms of kill points, and have driven the Orks from the outer portion of this Manufactorum and have interrupted their looting, which we will find out if that disheartens the Orks or if it just makes them angrier and more ready for that loot that they were denied. So in the next mission, we will have what's going on the inside of these walls here, inside the Manufactorum, where Grut Ed Smasha himself is trying to get at some, what do they call them? Sparkly gubbins?
Shiny gubbins.
Shiny gubbins? Shiny, sparkly. I don't think Orks care. We'll be back very soon with Mission 2. Quick addendum here. So, just wanted to say that we are not going to be having the same character rules as we did in the Templar campaign, where units and characters might die at the end of missions. This is more of a skirmish campaign, and this was like a touch and go, feeling each other out and seeing what's going on. And I also wanted to make a quick point about, which is related, about why I didn't perhaps put all of my scouts and whatnot with concealed positions inside the central ruin, or even tried to stuff more into the ruin that was in my deployment zone. The reason I didn't do that was, I think it would have been pretty cheap to just put everything that I could where the Orks really couldn't get it. In a more competitive game, of course, I would have done that, and in a more competitive game, the Orks would have had a more balanced list as well. So the reason I didn't do that was, narratively, the Tears were patrolling in force, and the Eliminators were out front, and so they got to that middle ruin first. And as the Orks started powering in with their bikes, Valygar sent half the force into the Manufactorum, and the rest of them moved forward into this battle grid, and what happened was what you guys saw on the battlefield. So I just wanted to drop that in there, that I know that I could have deployed in a much more malicious manner and probably won the game fairly easily, but it wouldn't have been nearly as entertaining and would not have been fun for either one of us. So anyway, that was just clearing up a couple things. Cannot wait to do Mission 2. It will be in your guys' YouTubes shortly.